it's a sign, but it's the torture to rise. Uncover your eyes, see what's outside. Eventually we'll find the time. And what if I believe you? Or what if I defy? And what if I could see you like I saw you the whole time?
It didn't count my last Bruce.
Be satisfied. Blame the divine. Eventually they'll find the time. And what if I
Welcome back to Whiskey Oval _ TV, getting ready to cover the National Auto Racing Club, the Outlaw 360 Sprint Car Series. Back at it with Williams Grove Speedway, the super long racetrack, real long straightaways. Qualifying just got over. And we'll be going heat race number 1. That's what we'll be starting off with. The National Racing Club, they always bring in a lot of drivers into their league races on Wednesday night. Actually, all their league races. Tuesday night as well. Wednesday night. Here we go with the grid. Shea Paulo, driver from the crazy state of California, the 021 machine. He'll be on pole with Jeremiah, the Team SSR driver, the number 20 car to his outside. Making up the second row is going to be Kenny Hoffman and Lane Stevens. They're in the 33 car. Robert Boggs and Trent Verstappen, number 88. That's always a tough one. Fourth row, Todd and Dylan. And then John is going to round out that very last row. The ninth row, top 3 advances. Cloudy night here at Williams Grove. We'll get the engine volumes up just right. Long straightaways here at Williams Grove Speedway. You got a lot of time to think. Got a lot of time to think for your next move down into turn number 1. So here we go. 10 laps. Heat race number 1. Stack them up, back them up. Green flag racing. The National Auto Racing Club 360 Sprint Cars. Shea Paulo trying to lead lap number 1. A little bit of a battle back here in the back part of the racetrack, trying to make it 3 wide down the front straightaway. 3 cars get collected. Todd Hunt and John and Dylan Evers, they all got smashed together after trying to go 3 wide down the front straightaway. Back on board with our race leader of Shea, the 021 car, as he works down the front stretch once again and into turn at number 2. Jeremiah, he put up a pretty good final lap number 1, trying to get off a turn, getting off at turn 4. Got right beside this 21 machine, but couldn't do nothing with him. Lane Stevens now rides in this 3rd spot. Lap 4 of 10 is what we're working. Make it exactly 1 minute into heat race number 1. Top 4 advances. So Kenny Hoffman is the last driver to make it in. Personal Evolution Company there on that front wing. SSR as well. Trent on the outside looking in. The driver from Canada, wide open motorsports driver, got a little bit of a gap that he needs to close. And right when I click off of him, and here we go, side by side racing for this 3rd and 4th spot. Lane Stevens and the 33 machine trying to work the bottom part of Williams Grove Speedway, trying to get some grip off the rear tires, and they're going to drag race down the front stretch with 4 laps to go now. Shea completely pulled away with a 0.6 second gap over Jeremiah. And once again, Steven looks down to the bottom side. Will he try to throw the slider all the way up to the outside wall? No. He'll have to leave one gap or one lane up there as he looks right back down in turns of 1 and 2. Man, I really feel like you only get one shot at that slider line. Then after that, you kind of just losing momentum, but I could be wrong. Lane Stevens once again goes straight back down to the bottom side of the racetrack, and he may have just captured third place. On and back here, you have Trent and Robert Boggs. They were battling out for a slight bit. But these two drivers have yet to figure out who deserves that 3rd spot. Our race leader throwing down some mean lap times. Now he has a 1 second gap. Kenny and Lane Stevens slowly reeling in the 2nd place driver. Lane Stevens, last guy inside the bubble. That first car outside the bubble is going to be Trent here in the 88 car. Robert Boggs got into a little, I think he got into a little bit of contact on that early caution. Or, sorry, in that early mix-up as he looks down to the bottom side of Trent. Not going to make it work. The checkered flag is going to wave for the multiple winner here for the National Racing Club, Shea Paulo. Best lap time for that driver, 17.752 is what his fast time was. Sorry for the scratchiness. Trying to get this engine volume just right. Going to try something new. Don't know if it'll work or not. Most likely won't. Lots of cars in these heat races. 9 cars. Tyler Schell in this one. A little race info here for Williams Grove Speedway. Track lead this point 5.2 miles. Man, those caution lights or the green lights. A little image. That thing comes early since that update. 0.52 miles is a track length. So a half-mile racetrack. And here we go with the race. A grid for heat race number 2. Driver from Pennsylvania, number 90 machine. He'll be on a pole with Jareth Pike to his outside. Brandon Garman with Garman Sim Racing. The 018 car will start in 3rd place. And Brent Hagen, the number 95 car, to his outside. The John Deere car. Joe from New Jersey, he'll be starting in 5th place with Brady King with SSR Elite Sim Racing. Number 14 machine, he'll be starting on the outside of Joe there in the 3rd row. Making up the 4th row is going to be Patrick Spangler and Corey Austin. And then Tyler Schell rounding out that 9th spot there in that 44 car. Another driver from Pennsylvania. Lots of very fast drivers in this one. We'll see how it all works out, see if their setups are dialed in. They had about a 3-minute warm-up session, and then they let them qualify. No resetting of the racetrack. Trevor leads the field off of 4. Green flag is out, and here we go. Trevor, Jareth Pike, 1-2. Brandon Garman sitting back in 3rd. Run like a deer, Brent Hagen, as he works up bottom side. Tyler Schell's going to try to squeeze it 3 wide. Tyler Schell squeezed it 3 wide. Almost a little bit of contact with that inside wall. Still trying to get that 360 sprint car all under control, as now he does. Kind of settles in, 5th spot. Jumps a cushion right when I say that. Contact right in front of Shell now. Everybody beating and banging in these heat races. Top 4 advances. Brandon Garman is the last guy inside the bubble. The run like the deer man. Brent Hagan outside looking in with a bunch of hungry hounds right there behind you with Joe and Patrick Spangler. As Shell smashes the outside wall down the front stretch. Shell taps the outside wall. That thing does a couple wheel stands with rowdy energy there on that front wing of the guy that's sitting in third place. Shell still running strong though. Brent Hagan still trying to make his way up into the top 4. Then you have Joey in the 43, a very fast car in that all white and green machine as he works down to the bottom side of the John Deere car. Joe trying to make it in. Drag race down the backstretch for the 4th spot. Can Joe make it? Here comes Patrick Spangler now. Patrick Spangler with the black and yellow machine. It's anyone's race for this last transfer spot. Spangler just tries to throw the slide job on Joe, and Joe said no thanks. As Joe now captures that 5th spot, and he's going to hold it down as of right now. But we got a lot of cars in a very tight spot. We're working laps 7 of 10 now, just shy of 2 minutes in this heat race number 2, as this thing has gotten extremely racy. Breaking down the field, Trevor, haven't talked much about him, but he is absolutely gone. A very big gap for this number 90 machine of UDTV. Jareth Pike holding down 2nd place. Can Tyler Shell trying to put a little bit of pressure on him right now as they drag race off of turn 2 down the backstretch into turn 3. Tyler Shell looks to the bottom side, may have tapped the inside wall. I'm not for sure though, but regardless, he was able to capture that 2nd spot. But here we go. Here's a battle right here as we're racing 3 wide down the front stretch here at Williams Grove. Top 4 advances. Joe is in that last transfer spot. Brandon Garman with Garmin Sim Racing. Can he make anything happen? Joe trying to work that bottom side, trying to protect that slider line as a white flag is going to wait for the field. And the 43 pulled a little bit of gap over 5th place. Down the backstretch for the very last time, and this was an absolute blast to watch. Everybody trying to fight in to try to make it straight to the Mac Daddy show. Joe's going to do it. Brandon Garman is going to finish 5th. Patrick Spangler and Brent Hagan fell a little bit short and fell back to 7th spot. Brady King and Corey Austin rounding out the field. Trevor, a race winner. Tyler Shell was able to move up 7 spots. Started in 9th place, worked himself all the way up to 2nd. As things are acting a little sketchy since this update. First broadcast with the new update. Here we go. Heat race number 3 coming at us. Number 99 machine. Greg Lemmy Jr. Great run with a 360 Kings Royal. That happened last week. 2 weeks. Last week was an off week for the National Auto Racing Club after 2 very hard nights of racing. Here we go with the race grid. Greg elbows up Sim Sports, the number 99 machine. He'll be on pole. Jake Sonatag, the number 3 machine from the Midwest. Tim Alton will be making up that 2nd row with Tyler. Driver from Pennsylvania, number 39 machine, will be starting there in that 4th spot. Making up the 3rd row, give it to Justin Sherman with the crazy state of California, the double O machine. And Zach J. Miller, watch him from that 6th spot. Chris Schaefer, Eric Summerfield, rounding out the field there in that 4th and final row. Exact same thing, 10 laps, make it top 4, and we'll see how it all shakes out. That was completely my fault. Stack them up, pack them up, let's go heat racing. That outside car Not the best of restarts. Can Jake Sonntag get anything better than the other two heat races? Here we go. Green flag out. 10 laps around Williams Grove Speedway, and there it is. Race leader shoots out like a rocket. Chris Schaefer just absolutely starts barrel rolling down the front stretch. He goes straight to the pits. All right, breaking down the race field, and here we go. The number 99 machine, Greg Lamy Jr. leading this thing. Jake Sonntag there in second place. Tyler, see if he can say anything about that P2 spot. The 00 machine. Tyler, slide job for P2. Don't hit the outside wall. Tyler went for it. Haven't seen his name here in the National Auto Racing Club. May be a new driver. The 00 machine trying to get that second spot, make a big statement here in heat race number 3 as they drag race down the front stretch, and Tyler's going to throw another slide job. Crossover once again. Justin Sherman in this last chaser spot as of right now. As these two cars just go absolute war, swapping spots as the 3 machine of Jake just taps the outside wall. And Tyler was able to slide right in front of his nose right before it turned at number 1. But now Justin Sherman was able to close up on these guys as they were playing games. Side by side, that's Sherman all the way to the outside wall, the all-white and black machine. He was able to sneak into the picture, trying to get around Jake Sonntag, and he will do it as of right now. So now Jake is in that hot seat for the last transfer spot. As of right now, he is going straight to the Mac Daddy show, but don't count out Tim Alton, the driver from the frozen land of Canada. He's been a hot driver lately. Can he do anything to make it straight in? Lap 7 of 10 is what we're working. Greg has completely checked out of the race field. Check the gap as Alton just smashes the outside wall, and that's going to slow him up big time. And here comes Zach J. Miller now, the 72 machine, the driver that started in 6th place. He was only able to move up 1 spot as of right now. Miller works the bottom side of turns 3 and 4. Jake Sonntag still checks out that high and scary rip in the lip side. And this is what we're going to watch all the way to the end as the leader has over a 1 second gap. We're going to watch the battle all the way to the very end. Zach J. Miller white flag is going to wave, and now Miller is inside the bubble as Jake got a little bit loose. Come out at turn of 4, white flag waves, lap 10 of 10. Miller looks like he's going to hold on to that last transfer spot, so good run for him. Started 6th place. Looks like he's going to finish there in that 4th spot. Justin Sherman, a very strong race. Tyler, very impressive as well. And then Greg absolutely dominated a 1.440 gap of the fill for heat race number 3. Very solid racing tonight. I like it. And it's all for that transfer spot too. In the heat races, I really like to see that last transfer spot just absolutely go to battle with each other. You see a lot of slide jobs as well in the first 3 heat races. Definitely in that last one, it seemed like. But a lot of crossover moves. Something you gotta watch out for. Just when do you want to do it? As we get ready to rock and roll with heat race number 4, let's get after it with the grid. The number 16 machine of Zach, he'll be on pole with Cure, driver from Carolina. He'll be in 2nd place. Eder and Klingen will be making up that 2nd row with Team SSR and Elbows Up Sim Sports. Daniel Boyd, Vortex Sim Sports. And then Brandon, the number 22, the Double Deuce machine, will be starting there in that 6th spot, making out that 3rd row. Making up the 4th row is going to be Patrick Cobb and Devin Thompson with School of Sim Racing, number 57 machine. Big update. Wasn't able to really read everything. I just hurried up and downloaded it. Seeing some new cars coming out. The Nashville Super Speedway is out. Disappointed. No new dirt tracks for this latest update for week 13. Or after week 13. No, yeah, 4/13. No new dirt tracks, but, you know, there's not one this time for sure. In another 13 weeks, it will be, hopefully be another one. Here we go. Green Flag Racing Heat Race number 4. Zach. Ripping the lip around turns 1 and 2. And let's see if everybody can hold on to it. Couple laps around this Williams Grove Speedway with that famous blue bridge down the back straightaway. Here we go, breaking down the race field. Zach was our race leader, and he's still a race leader on lap 4. Cure, they're in the 7th spot. Trying to hunt him back there, or trying to hunt him down, but about a half a second gap between the 1st and 2nd place. Jordan Eder running in there in 3rd, and then you have Daniel Boyd in the last chaser spot. You have Brandon, the double deuce machine, outside looking in, and with the all red and black machine, and he has a pretty good gap to close, about a half a second gap that Brandon needs to close in his 360 sprint car. Bruce Klingen holding back 6th place. You have Devin Thomas and Patrick Cobb. They're in the 7th and 8th spot. We've kept it clean as of right now. Cobb smashes the outside wall coming across the line as he tries to get that thing all under control. Looks like he has no damage as of right now. Devin Thomas trying to get a little bit of good luck. DSSR, they're on his wing. Track has really not slicked up whatsoever. I mean, the front straightaways kind of look a little bad, but man, everything else looks extremely tacky as of right now. As now Bruce is all over the back bumper with that back gas tank, the back Nerf bar of the double deuce machine. As they may go to war real quick, the double deuce figured out he wants to just stick to the bottoms line. Klingen still trying to figure out a way around it. Now Bruce is going to try to force his way in there and try to root him out of the way. Bruce drag race down the front straightaway with the double deuce machine. Who's going to grab it after turn number 2? Bruce with the slide job. In turns 1 and 2. Crossover by the double deuce machine. They're going to drag race off at 2 down the backstretch into turn at number 3. I thought Brandon may have gave him back his medicine and do the slide job, but he's going to think twice about it, and they're going to drag race off of 4. White flag for the race field. This is for the 5th spot. Jordan Eder has that last chaser spot. Looks like he's going to be pretty secure. As a checker flag waves for this man right here. Won by almost a second, a .832 second lead for this number 16 car. Track doesn't look like it's slicking up much. Not much whatsoever. As a C main event coming at us. We have a 9-car field, top 4 advances out of these 9 cars. Try to do the good old classic alphabet soup. Go from the C main to the B main.
These
Here we go with the grid. Brent Hagan from the Midwest, number 95 machine. He'll be on pole with Eric Summerfield to his outside. Starting there in the second row is going to be Devin Thomas with School of Sim Racing. Todd Hutton there to his outside there in the second row. Making up the third row is going to be Brady King and Chris Shafir. Chris, he was a driver that completely started doing barrel rolls. Patrick Cobb, Dylan Evers, and Corey Austin rounding out the field. Fast drivers in the C main. Guy you really can't count out is this guy right here of Corey Austin here in the number 92 machine for Octane Incorporated. I mean, those Rick Sparks auto cells. They're on the front wing. We'll see if this driver can make his way up to the front. Only 8 laps here at Williams Speedway for the C main. Corey Austin starting here in the last spot of the C main. He needs to jump up 4 spots. He needs to get where Todd Hutton is at right now. They're in the 4th spot. You have Chris back here in the number 23 machine. A very bad heat race, like I said multiple times. He's starting there on the outside of the third row. Outside is definitely where you don't want to be on restarts or on the initial starts. But we'll see if he can hold it down. You have Eric Summerfield, Brady King. Very strong drivers, very consistent drivers as well. As these drivers get wheel to wheel and wing to wing. We'll see what happens after 8 laps. You don't want to end your night early. Top 4 advances, and 4 other drivers will end their night early. Green flag racing for the C main. 8 laps around Williams Go Speedway, and here we go. Not much time to give and take. You just got to give. You just got to take us 3 wide racing, and here we go. Corey Austin. One of the drivers I was talking about during that warm-up lap, the driver you definitely don't want to count out, beating and bang and hold on to it, children. Corey Austin has already made it up to that last championship spot only after 1 lap, and I thought he was just about to get taken out. Todd Hutton to his outside, he gets squirrely. Run like a deer, Brent Hagan. That is exactly what he's trying to do. A very good gap for that number 95 machine. Our race leader, 2nd place, Brady King. Corey Austin's already moved up the 3rd, and here's a 4th spot. Chris Shafir is in it as of right now. You have Todd Hutton on the outside looking in. Todd running that all white and orange paint scheme as he tries to capitalize over Shafir getting loose. Nose to tail down in the turns 1 and 2. Almost identical lines there. A little bit different in the corner entry. Eric Summerfield falling off the pace just a slight bit back there in 6th, and then Patrick Cobb. Last lap times for these drivers are up there on the screen now. Corey Austin a 19.4. Our race leader ran a 19.5 as everything updates on this lap. We'll see what happens. Corey Austin's car looks like he hit a bump or something. 19.2, 19.3, and 19.4 for the top 4. 5th place, Todd Hutton with a 19.5. So here's a driver on the outside looking in. Only 2 laps to go around Williams Go Speedway. Half a mile racetrack. And I don't know if that's a lot of time or if it's not a lot of time. Regardless, he needs a little bit of good luck to happen. I just don't think he will get it. As we got a battle for 2nd place. So 14 machine of Brady King has lost P2 as of right now to Corey Austin. Austin's going to slide it all the way up to the outside cushion. King looked down to the bottom side for a slight bit. Going to think better of it. As Austin smashes the outside wall, white flag waves, and everything's going to hold as is. Brent, Corey, Brady, Chris, and those guys to the B main. Hutton, Cobb, and Summerfield is going to be out of tonight's race. Out of the C main. Not going to advance. Man, that was kind of sketchy there on the white flag. For the B main event, man, it's cloudy here. Speedway lights are on. Sun is going down. 8 drivers. They're going to advance out of this. See who the drivers are. Trent with Wide Open Motorsports. He'll be on pole. Brandon Garman to his outside. Frozen Land up north. Tim Alton. Be starting there in 3rd place. Bruce Kling and Elbows Up Sim Sports will be on the outside there in the 4th spot. Robert Boggs will be 5th. Patrick Spangler making up that 3rd row. Making up the 4th row is going to be Jake and Brandon. John and Brent making up that 9th and 10th row. Brent Hagan is the driver that won the C main event. Corey Austin, Brady King. They're in the 11th and 12th spot. And then Chris Schaefer will making up that last spot, that 13th position. Top 8 advances. No cautions. No caution flags in the B main events unless something absolutely crazy happens. But I haven't seen a yellow flag in a B main here for the National Auto Racing Club in quite some time. Honestly, I think I've only seen about one, if that. Caution lights are out on the pace truck. We'll be going green. A flag of racing of this time by. Everything is just starting to get juiced up a little bit more and more. Lap by lap. The anticipation, the heart rate, the vibes, the energy gets higher and higher. Garmin to the outside of the front row. Cool looking paint scheme on that 360 sprint car. Garmin Sim Racing. Says Facebook. I think it was Instagram. Go check that out. You have Bruce Kling, and they're in the 21 machine, starting on the 2nd row on the outside. You have Tim Alton back here as well. 2 Canadians, Trent and Tim. And here we go. Stack them up, back them up. Let's go shimmy and Shyman. 10 laps. Top 8. 360 sprint cars. National Auto Racing Club. Speedway lights are on. The sun is going down. It is getting dark out there on the racetrack, and this is going to get heated up very, very quick. And here we go. Check all this mess out. 3 wide down the back straightaway. Robert Boggs stuck right smack dab in the middle. Here comes a John Deere machine. Corey Goss is going to try to force it 4 wide. A little bit of beating and banging. Brennan Hagan, Corey Austin. You have Robert Boggs. He is still stuck 3 wide for 2 complete laps. That is a fun and time of racing. And that is the front nose of Robert Boggs. That's Brent Hagan right there in front of him. There in the number 95 machine. You have Jake Sonatag right in front of him. There in the 7th spot. Outside shot of the racetrack. Trent's leading it. Tim Alton 2nd. Patrick Spangler trying to grab 3rd place. And the number 10 machine of Patrick is going to do it. He wants more of those slide jumper P2. Don't put him into the wall. Patrick Spangler making a hard left-hand corner, trying to leave him a little bit of room. Alton stayed right into the gas. He wasn't scared. And here comes a double deuce of Brandon now. Brandon Garman in the 18. The double deuce of Brandon. They're in the number 5 spot. Double deuce machine of Brandon. He has moved up 5 spots since the initial green flag. Is, man, lots of 3 wide racing, 3 groove racetrack here at Williams Grove Speedway tonight. Garmin 6, Jake 7th, Brent Hagan, our C main winner, trying to hold it down. Top 8 advances. Outside looking in is Robert Boggs. And, man, he's been put in some very tough situations here in the B main. But right there in front of him, there are 3 wide racing. Maybe get a little bit of luck. Down the back straightaway, these drivers go. 2 laps to go. Once the leader crosses a finish line, and here comes Trent, absolutely blowing the field out of the water in his own zip code as of right now. Check this gap out. He has a 2.3 second gap for the number 88 machine, and what a statement he's putting down here in the B main event. Lights come on, and that 88 machine has came to life. Second place on back is still just looks like Daytona or Talladega out there. White flag waves last time around Williams Grove Speedway. And this driver right there trying to hold on to it. Robert Boggs trying to make it into the race show. Boggs outside looking in that all-white machine. Run like a deer, Brent Hagan. It looks like he's going to do it. He's going to hold on to that last transfer spot. So the number 95 machine from the C-Main to the Mac Daddy. He will make it in. Jake Sonentag, Brandon, Bruce. I'll have the final results up there on your race screen. Man, that was fun. B-Main results are up there. As warm-up session is up, don't believe that any drivers will take it. They usually wait about a minute, throw the checkered flag, and we'll get under racing. So why they do that? I want to change the screen up really quick. I want to try something. Will it work? Most likely not. No. Yeah, of course not. All right, back to race mode. Took a week off here for the National Auto Racing Club's checker flag waves for warm-up. 2 nights of racing for a 360 Kings Royal. As a feature is coming to a start. For the A main show, we'll do 30 laps around Williams Grove Speedway, this half-mile racetrack. Very long straightaways, and these corners get really tight. And here's a grid. For the starting lineup, National Auto Racing Club, Shea Follow. Crazy State of California, he'll be on a pole. Trevor from Pennsylvania to his outside. Making up the second row is going to be Greg and Zach. Third row is going to be Jeremiah and Tyler Shell. They're in the number 44 car. Tyler, the number 39, another Pennsylvania driver. And Carlin, number 7 car. Driver out of Carolina will be starting 8th. Kenny Hoffman, the 001 machine. Team SSR driver will be starting 9th. And Jared Pike, the number 91 machine, will be starting back there in the 10th spot. Making up the 11th is going to be Justin Sherman and Daniel Boyd with Vortex Sim Sports. 13th spot is going to be Lane Stevens and Joe, the number 43 car, driver from New Jersey. Zach J. Miller there in the number 72 machine. Jordan Eder with Team SSR. He'll be starting the 16th spot. Trent, the 17th, and Patrick Spangler will be starting back there in the 18th. From the Frozen Land, it's going to be Tim Alton from the Canada, the number 64. And Brandon, the double deuce of Brandon. He'll be starting in 20th. Bruce Kling in 21st. Brandon Garman 22nd. Jake Sonentag and Brendan Hagan making the filled up with the 23rd and 24th spot, and that is going to be your A main show lineup. And it is go time. We'll be going green flag racing at this time by, and look at this shot down the backstretch of Williams Grove Speedway. The 360 sprint cars open setup for the NARC League. 3 pro drivers in it. Can someone spoil it that does not have that classic WC license next to their name? Green flag out. Shea Paulo leads the field down the front stretch, and here we go. here's a battle for the race lead. Lap 3, Shea just led that lap. Tyler Schell getting into the picture very early on. Tyler Schell down to the bottom side. Their number 44 machine. Drag race down the backstretch. Shea Paulo smashes the outside wall. Don't know if that was netcode or if they actually made contact, or maybe they didn't make contact regardless. Shea Paulo was able to kind of ride that outside wall and was able to stay right onto the outside of the 44 machine. Tyler Schell, two pro drivers going to war with each other. You can see Tyler Schell just kind of doing that little fishtail type of thing, almost making contact with Paulo all the way to the outside, and these drivers are still just going to absolute war with each other. Last lap times are up there on the race screen as of right now, and look at that, almost matching each other's lap times as Tyler Schell is going to get the best of him down the backstretch, and a new race leader is going to be the 44 car. And these guys, they're going to swap spots all night long. We'll just see who comes out after 30 laps. Already racing lap 6 now. Checking up on board with 3rd place. Trevor Royer, the number 90 machine, UDTV sponsor. He'll be back in 3rd. Greg Lamy Jr. trying to get to his back Nerf bar. He's riding in 4th. The number 7 machine back here in the 5th spot. You have Zach in 6th. Tyler 7th. And then Lane Stevens trying to get around him as he loses a spot to Justin Sherman. The number 90, the 33 machine, Lane Stevens, going to give it right back to him, trying to do a slide job to the outside, and Stevens is going to get his spot back right in front of Justin Sherman. On down the list, Jareth Pike, Jeremiah, 11th and 12th. Daniel Boyd is back in the 13th spot. Zach J. Miller early on, he's running 14th. Joe, Patrick Spangler, double deuce to Brandon, Tim Alton, all those drivers. Brent Hagan, the driver that won the C main, was able to capture that last spot there in the B main. He's back here in the 23rd spot. 22nd, Jake Sonatag, and we have racing all the way around this racetrack, and we are still swapping for the race lead with Paulo and Schell. Neither of these drivers are going to lay down for each other as Paulo smashes the outside wall, and that may have lost a lot of time. As Schell is able to pull a big-time gap. The last lap times are still up there. Yellow flag is going to wave. And that may have helped Paulo out. He ran a 20 flat. Schell ran a 19.4. Check out 3rd and 4th place running the exact same lap times. Everyone else in that 22nd range. Low 22nd range. So the first caution is going to wave of the night. That's going to come out on lap 12. We're just 3 minutes and 46 seconds in to the Mac Daddy show with 24 drivers that made the show. We'll see if we can figure out exactly what happened. Patrick Spangler showing red up on the program. Kind of all by himself down the back straightaway. Smashes a little cutout. Great job by everybody avoiding that. That was pretty impressive. One more time, the number 10 machine clips that cutout. Holds the brake, and then just unfortunately his car just starts rolling. Lands right back on his wheels, though. Back to light mode, back to race mode. These drivers do not have a quick fix. Fast repair, you only get it in the first 10 laps. After that, it's done. No fast repair for these drivers. So you got to watch out. Got to just survive all the way to the end is what a lot of these drivers tell me. I usually don't survive to the end. I usually crash way before the end. But goodness gracious, great run up front. So this will be a single file restart with about 20 laps to go. Roughly 20 laps. Maybe 18. Pro drivers sitting in that 1st and 2nd spot and 3rd spot. Trevor, he was able to win one of these things here for the National Auto Racing Club. And here we go. Single file restart. The pace truck is off. Tyler Schell slowing up the field, slamming the gas, and here we go. The question is, does Shea Paulo have any damage? After hitting the outside wall right before the caution, don't see any damage to that right side as he hangs it all out to dry there on the outside wall, riding next as he taps it once again, bicycles it, and he comes to a big-time stop, and yeah, his car's looks like it's going to be destroyed. Trying to get down pit road, Paulo. Very slow down the front straightaway. So here it is, Tyler Schell, our race leader, Greg Lamy Jr. and Trevor Royer. He's going to battle it out now for P2. Trevor all the way down to the bottom side. Greg is going to hold up P2 as of right now. Does any of these drivers have anything to say for the 44 machine? One thing to note, though, the number 99 machine and Shea Paulo, the guy that just hit the outside wall and broke his machine, they are teammates and usually run the same setups. As Schell just ran a 19.5, Greg at 20.0 that last lap. So that is it as of right now. We'll work down the middle part of the racetrack. Lots of racing all the way around here as we are halfway home to Mama this time by. Patrick Spangler pulls into the pits and looks like his night will be done. Jareth Pike on the number 91 machine, trying to capture a spot or two. Kenny Hoffman right behind Pike. Pike gonna look down to the bottom side. Hoffman all the way to the out, the side wall. As he gets right to the outside of Jareth Pike, trying to capture that top 10, trying to capture a top 10 for this 001 machine as he hangs it all the way out to dry as well. Right in front of them, they got some good racing. Justin Sherman trying to get around Lane Stevens to the outside, wheel to wheel, coming down the front stretch. Stevens bottom side, Justin Sherman gonna ride the outside cushion. Can Justin Sherman find some grip in that 360? Yellow flag's out once again. Yellow flag out on the speedway, all these drivers. We'll have to slow up all that horsepower and stack them back up. 11 laps to go. I do got one guy showing red up on the program, so it could be a single car accident. Single car flip, single car wreck, I don't know. Have to find out. Here it is. Zach J. Miller. Right, taps the back Nerf bar and clips a double deuce of Brandon. And now that thing has no front wing on it, a little bit of damage. But gets that thing right back under power. So only our second caution flag of the night is out. And we're still shy of 10 minutes. Absolute rocket ship Tyler Schell has tonight. I believe he has a quick time as well. We'll double check on that. Best lap time, or the quick lap time, and there it is. Goodness gracious, a 19.1. Second fastest is a 19.7. Sorry, Shea Paulo is out of this race. He has a 19.2. But the guy in second place, 19.4. Single file restarts. If you're kind of here in the middle part of the racetrack, you got to go for it. Not very many laps left. You can see this track is now getting extremely slick. The heat races 1 through 4 looked pretty tacky. Look at that big gap. Back under green, a flag of racing conditions. And here it is. The number 99 machine gets a second chance at Tyler Schell. Can he do anything with it? The gap up there on your race screen now. Lamy trying to let it all hang out, ripping the lip around turns 3 and 4. Has a 0.4 second gap to the back bumper of Tyler Schell. I think Schell is starting to slowly extend that now. Half a second gap. Third place. Very good battle. The number 90 machine of Trevor trying to work that bottom side, trying to do a little boot scooting boogie down there. Cure, the number 7 machine, Rocket Racing setups. Look at that thing. Trying to diamond cut off of these corners. Very fast drivers up here, up front as of right now. Everybody else just trying to slice and dice. Jareth Pike, he was one of those drivers that almost got taken out. And almost gets taken out once again. No wings. Or no front wing on that double Duke or the double deuce machine of Brandon. Lane Stevens all the way to the outside wall. And these drivers looks like they've been around each other all night long. Check it up on with Britt Hagan, driver from the C main, made it all the way up to the A. A little bit of contact down the back straightaway, able to hold on to it as of right now. I think that was with Trent, the number 88 car. As everybody's now starting to get spread out, trying to figure out where they all deserve to run. A little bit of racing left. Bruce Klingen down to the bottom side. Watts driver smashes the outside wall. That's the 33 machine of Lane Stevens. Stevens having a very eventful night. Hey, the 33 machine, Lane Stevens, have been put in a lot of tough spots all race long, and with just a handful of laps. How much patience does this driver have? As Bruce Klingen still trying to move on a couple spots, and thought he was going a little repay of the favor. Bruce Klingen trying to get around the no front wing car of Brandon. Brandon runs that middle part. Quick checkup on our race leader, Tyler Schell, completely checked out with a 2.8 second lead. The guy in second place is going to be Trevor. And then Greg Lamy Jr., they're in the number 99 machine. All top 4 drivers are now driving that bottom part of the racetrack. Only a little bit grip. The only little grip left out here at Williams Grove Speedway is all the way to the inside wall, it seems like. The first car on the outside wall is going to be this guy, the guy that's running in 5th place, Zach, the number 16 car. With Keen Clothing. And he is letting it all hang out as of right now. Justin Sherman and Tyler, they're nose to tail for that 6th and 7th spot with 2 laps to go. And the last thing the 44 driver wants to see is a yellow flag. And trying to get to the white flag as fast as he can. A 3.5 second lead, and there it is. White flag out for Tyler Schell, and what a dominant performance tonight here at Williams Grove Speedway. Trevor second, Greg's running third. Closest battle right there to the racetrack. Maybe right here, back here. 33 machine Lane Stevens once again, man. Always racing. Jareth Pike right there in front of him. They make contact down into 3. Pike to the outside wall. Fireworks going to shoot off. These drivers, everyone racing to the finish line. But at the end of the night, the guy that's going to win it is going to be this driver right here. Fireworks shooting off for the 44 machine that won it by 3.815 seconds. Tyler Schell is going to be a race winner. Trevor going to hold down second place, started. And Greg Lamy Jr. is going to come home in third place. Top 3, there they are. Doing the classic iRacing photo shoot. Lots of green flag runs. Only two cautions tonight. That's it. We jump into the Discord. We'll see what all happens. And there they are. Lots of racing all the way through this racetrack tonight. Williams Grove Speedway, I feel like a lot of leagues don't like to run here. As Alex Robinson just says, 6 Pennsylvania boys in the top 10. It's a lot of Pennsylvanians. It's a lot of Pennsylvania guys there in the top 10. We check in on board with a third place finish, the number 99 machine of Greg. And Greg, how's it going, man?
It's good. It was another fun one tonight. Another fun, clean race. I was happy about it. And like you said, I mean, the PA posse putting it on the top steps of the podium. So all 3 of us are PA boys.
PA coming in big here for the National Racing Club here at Williams Grove Speedway. Dude, the racetrack, man, looked like it was tacky all the way throughout the heat races, and then the Mac Daddy show. This thing slicked up big time.
Yeah, it was treacherous there at the in the main. It was the top would just went away a little too soon. Like 5 laps earlier, I think it could have been up a spot and got Trevor. But hey, he ran an awesome race around the bottom, and I should have moved sooner. I saw it and I knew it, but this track's deadly. It's a driver's track. You got to be good. You got to be patient. You got to be good with your throttle. So it was really fun.
Very cool, man. It was some very fun racing to watch. So congratulations on this last podium spot. You got any friends, family, sponsors, teammates that you like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I always like to shout you guys out here. Whiskey Oval do a great job. I'd love to go back and watch it and see the races from a different angle. The guys here at SSR and NARC, if you guys are looking to race or you're looking to get better, definitely check them out. Tommy Brandon's awesome. The guys over at Elbows Up Sim Sport, Roofco, Jessup Logistics, Speedway, Over the Wall Photography, my practice buddies, all those guys. So huge shout out, thanks a ton, and congrats Trevor and Tyler.
Very cool, man. We'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you later.
I apologize, man. I said that was a Rowdy Energy sponsor, but no, it is Roofco. That was my fault. The guy that's second place, though, it's gonna be Trevor. And Trevor, man, you was able to win one of these National Auto Racing Clubs like 3 or 4 weeks ago, I believe. But man, coming home in second place at Williams Grove Speedway, hard fought battle out there, man.
Yeah, it was not a bad race. Tyler was kind of on another level, but me and Greg had a good battle there last restart, and I was just rolling the bottom. I had to feel like I was trying to run the top. I kind of felt like it was gone or going away, so I moved down and I was able to sneak by him. Made a couple mistakes on my setup adjustments that kind of cost me on speed a little bit, I think, but was still able to manage a second place run. So not too bad.
And how is that, man? From the heat races, the track is just completely different, going straight to the A main. You guys really don't get a warm up or anything. So is it just kind of more of an experience that you need to make setups to, or is it just kind of luck at sometimes?
Yeah, I think experience. Like I should take notes. I really don't take notes much, but I made a gear change and made a change on my left rear and just wasn't. I think I missed on the gear a bit, and I was kind of having trouble hitting the bottom because of the what I did to the rear end. But I just woed it down a little more, just so I could like grab that the grip down there on the bottom because there was a little bit, there wasn't much, but if you could hit it, that was definitely the line there at the end.
Well, very cool, man. Well, man, that was some exciting racing. You guys were nose to tail. It seemed like for that entire 30 lap run. Only two cautions, so a lot of green flag racing at this half-mile racetrack of William Grove Speedway. Man, you got any friends, family, sponsor, teammates that you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, with two cautions, that's awesome because the track's pretty tough. But yeah, I'd like to thank my team, Black Diamond Motorsports, Drew Neal 19 Designs, Ultimate Dirt TV, Tim's Dirt Track Simulators, Narc for putting this league on, Whiskey Oval for broadcasting. You always do an awesome job. Watching the races back is always enjoyable. So, and everybody watching, hope we put on a good show for you guys.
Very cool, man. Hopefully, we get to see you back here next Wednesday night.
Definitely.
Thanks, man. P2, Trevor. They're a number 90 machine, but the guy that was in his own zip code, the kind of all by yourself there, Tyler Shell. But man, that machine of yours was absolutely hooked up.
Yeah, we were a little, I wouldn't say bad in the beginning. We were even with Shay, I think, and then he kind of got in the wall, and that was it. But yeah, towards the end, I feel like the car was getting more better, and I was getting better with the car. So, but yeah, I was getting better as the race went on.
Yeah, early on, you and Shea Paulo was absolutely going to war with each other, man. Then eventually he just hit the outside wall, and that tore up his car. But man, back and forth, back and forth. What was kind of your game plan? You just stick to the bottom line. I believe you guys were throwing a couple of slide jobs.
I like run the bottom here, but if I gotta run the top, I gotta run the top. Yeah, the game plan was run the bottom unless I needed to run the top and just be slow and smooth down there.
Well, Tyler Shell, man, congratulations on this win, dude. Absolutely dominating performance, winning over 3.5 seconds. So big time win, Tyler. And man, that was definitely fun to watch, dude. You got any shout outs that you would like to give?
So I think everybody puts this league on, you for broadcasting, and then I was at Sim Sport, Personal Evolution Company, School of Sim Racing, I was at Logistics, Roof Coat, Catch Pets Apparel, and Hergot Real Estate.
Very cool, man. Hopefully we get to watch a race next Wednesday.
Yeah, be back here.
Thanks, man.
Yep, see you.
Tyler Shell, I mean, goodness gracious, look at all those sponsors there on his machine. Some big time names. Watch him in the World of Outlaws. I think he does. He is part of the School of Sim Racing Discord. I believe he does coaching. Just saying. Join up. School of Sim Racing, National Racing Club. They have races all the way throughout the week, man. Wednesday nights, always here on Wiscoval_TV with the open setups, 360 sprint cars. They do have another, I believe they have, I'm pretty sure they do. They have another 360 as well with the iRating cap. This one's wide open. 3 pros in this one. You go check out National Auto Racing Club or NARC is what they like to call it. They're on Facebook. Same thing with School of Sim Racing. Thanks to those sponsors. 3 sponsors up there on the top right-hand corner as well. It was fun, man. Williams Go Speedway. I believe this is a undervalued racetrack for a lot of leagues, man. This thing can put on some really good at racing. Definitely when there's a lot of green flag runs like we had tonight. Only 2 cautions, 30 laps. Caution laps don't count. We had some very good heat races all the way to that transfer spot. We had a good C and B main. Absolutely a blast, but at the very end, Tyler Shell is going to come out with a checkered flag. And the final results are up there on your screen right now. And that's how everything's going to stand. For the Mac Daddy Show, a lot of drivers did not make it in. This league usually has a full server. Tyler, Trevor, Greg. Kira's going to finish there in the 4th spot. Zach 5th. Tyler 6th. Justin Sherman there in the 7th spot. Jeremiah finishing there in the 8th spot. Kenny Hoffman rounding out the top 10. You have Lane Stevens, Jareth Pike, Bruce Kling, and Brandon Jordan. Tim, Brandon, and a couple more drivers. Going down the race field. Finishing there in the 19th spot if I can hit the right button. There it is. 19. Zach J. Miller, Jake Sonatag, Trent, Patrick, Shay, and Joe. Rounding out the race field. Congratulations to everyone that showed up tonight and raced. It was fun broadcasting. Congrats to all these 24 drivers that made it into the main show. Until next time, we'll be back with the National Auto Racing Club here on Wiscoval_TV here on Facebook or YouTube. That's going to do it for tonight's racing. We'll be back next week. We'll do it all over again. Go look them up on Facebook. Shoot them a message and get joined up. Everyone, please take care. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Enjoy the new week on iRacing. It's almost here. Only half a week left. And we get back to week number 1. Big time update. Meant to ask these guys if it changed the car any. No one said anything about it. No new dirt tracks, but a couple new asphalt stuff. Got some new road racing car thing. I think it's like a V10 or something. So it might sound cool. But besides that, man, I don't know. Kind of disappointed there was no new dirt track. Maybe next big update. We can only hope. We need some more dirt tracks. But that's going to do it here on Wisco_TV. Much appreciated everyone that tuned in, comments, and likes. We'll see you guys back here Wednesday night. Back with a